What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about sort of a what if, but something that was said by Kobe Bryant. Now, Kobe Bryant about yesterday said the fact that he wondered why Jayson Tatum was not drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there's going to be two things that I really probably break down from that, which is, one, does this mean that he's completely not impressed with Lonzo Ball, or is he that much from working out with Jayson Tatum that impressed by just, of course, what many people think is a Mamba mentality as far as how he plays the game with the Celtics. Now, first, I guess I will break down the key thing. But the first part that we definitely have to look into is the Lonzo Ball fact. Now, I think the fact that he does not really like the mentality that Lonzo Ball has, as he's very much a pass-first type of player, and it's a completely different style from the Kobe mentality and the Mamba mentality that you really do see from Kobe whenever he played. Now, obviously, not only that, but his poor shooting, obviously, in many people's cases, lots of people don't like the players that cannot shoot that much. When I think of Lonzo, I think more of a Rondo-type player, but to me, he shot a little bit too much. There were times where he made a few points in, and he could actually get like a 20-something point game, but he could not really keep that up consistently. So, as far as that, I think the fact that he does not like the style that Lonzo plays with, which is the pass-first mentality. But going back to now, Jayson Tatum, who averaged 14 points per game and shooting 43% from the three-point line, very just a great efficiency and just taking good shots. Also could do a little bit of decentness on the defensive end, as he averaged 1 steal and about 0.7 blocks per game. So we're talking about somebody who obviously has room for improvement on the defensive end. And as I said before, Kobe Bryant and Jayson Tatum have been working out during this offseason, so it shows the fact that the mentality that Jayson Tatum really has as far as working out, and of course how he does idolize Kobe Bryant. So we'll see how directly that works out there. And in many cases, we have to really think, what would it look like if he was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers? Now, many people do mention the fact that Jayson Tatum was in a very good situation where Gordon Hayward got hurt at the very first game of the season, allowing him to move into the starting lineup where many people would not project him to be at that point, which allowed him to get to his early start, which he did have. Now, not only that, he also had one of the best coaches that in the NBA, which is Brad Stevens. But when I do tell you this, Brad Stevens, even though he's a great coach, I think the fact he's a more better defensive coach, and offensively, I don't think the fact that he really brings out amazing numbers as far as that from many people. So I think the fact that that's the case, he does help on the offensive end, especially out of timeouts, but I don't really think of him as an offensive coach. I think of him more as that defensive coach, as the Celtics were the best defensive team in the Eastern Conference. So we have to really just look at that. We saw them in the playoffs holding teams under. So if anything, I think his defense might not have been the same, but I think the fact that really he could probably have a good personal defense. So when we talk about this, we're talking about another great three-point shooter on to that Los Angeles Lakers team. Now, with LeBron James coming in this year, I think the fact that that would definitely help him, suit him even more, as you would have Kyle Kuzma and Jayson Tatum as two great scoring options to come off as young players who can definitely slash to the basket and all sorts of things. I thought the fact that this was very interesting as far as just the fact that Kobe would say something like this. I think the fact that this shows very great things for Jayson Tatum, considering the fact that the praise that he's getting from such a great NBA player, one of the all-time greats as far as that, and even from a rival team as in the Los Angeles Lakers, past great. So, I mean, this obviously shows very great things, but guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this. Do you think the fact that this could do that, what do you think would happen if he was drafted to the Lakers? And do you think the fact that, what do you think about him being praised by Kobe and working out with Kobe during the offseason? So tell me what you guys' thoughts are there. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.